Yeah, B pick is going to be interesting to make it work. I mean, Zev is a mechanical genius in this game, but this map is quite open. There is some cover close to the center of the spawner with the grass and the barrels being there. But as Charlie said, B has two shots. If the first shot connects, the second one does thrice the damage. See, Zev just connected one to Trashcan. He misses the second one. That is going to be something that is going to not work
Uh,
out in the favor of Attituder Boys.
Yeah, what a shot coming out, and Manan just surviving that. And look at the turret. That is being constantly harassing. Like you have the penny turret, it's throwing out those cannons, but Walla coming on the other side, and again, then they have 4 gems this time. Attitude Boys, and they're getting 5. They need another 5 in the pocket to run them the timer, but the fight is breaking on onto the right side, and Android is standing there, just covering it up. Android trying to regenerate himself, but that cannon is constantly harassing, and then you have the fire because of the super. The turret throws out the cannon.
Ooh, Walla just used his super to get away, and he gets a pick on Android as well. That is just going to be
Wow.
impressive for the side of ODA Elites, and this is going to work out beautifully for them. They recovered the gems, have 10 on them. Attitude Boys just sitting with 8 seconds on the clock. This looks hard. Android is quite low. Zeb is low as well. Android gets picked off, and now 2 seconds on the clock. ODA Elites are just going to take this game.
Oh, the countdown has been put
Oh.
to a reset because it makes sure. I was taking on them, and they was just trying to get those shots and the B connecting those shots. But now, again, then you have another 8 seconds. Are they going to jump in onto Trash Can, because Walla is standing there and he's going to stop them. But Rat, on the other hand, and I think the gems were handed also can give you that 800 extra heal, depends. But right now the game has started and Rat is standing onto the left side, and then you have another pickup coming out. But the gems again being taken in by Attitude Boys. Rat is going to connect the shots onto Android. Coco is dead, and Rat will get that shot.
Yeah, that was a good push by the side of ODA Elites. Walla and Raj just decided to go in aggressive straight from the get-go. Walla got picked off, but that allowed Rad for so much
Oh.
opportunity. But now Rad is going to get picked off on the side of Attitude Boys, and the gems being collected by the side of ODA Elites with all the pressure that the side of ODA Elites, the teammates Rad and Walla have created for Trashcan to be the gem carry for their side. Piper can be a really good gem carry. I mean, you
Look
have
at
to
Manan,
be...
man. Look,
yeah.
Manan is just pushing in and getting the shield up, but the shield is up onto the side. But Daryl is trying to get that push into the game. But on the other side, what I'm seeing right now, Rat is just throwing his pickaxe all over again and again and again and again, connecting those shots, and it's giving a lot of damage. But Manan trying to hold that line. You have 6 gems in the pocket for ODA Elite, but now Android has to make sure he has to just fall back a little because he's carrying all those gems, and if he dies, then there is going to be a lot of trouble. But Piper on the other side, Trash Can, just trying to line up those shots, but Daryl just jumping in, Manan trying to get those shots, but 8 gems into the pocket, 8 is to
Whoa!
4.
Rad being picked off. That was a setup from Zeb. That was impressive.
That's not the target you're looking for. You need to get the gems out of the pocket. And finally they made that draw, but all those gems were taken out by Rat again.
Yeah, that has to be a good setup. Now Walla once again charging in on that Daryl. Android is just going to pick him off quite easily. So this is really interesting because on one hand we have ODA Elites going with the double aggro setup, but on the other side Attitude Boys facing them with the standard setup wherein one aggro, one gem carry and one support, with the tick being there on the side of Zeb. And Zeb is a really good tick player. His zone control ability is impressive, but Walla is an even better aggro. Just charges in. There's so much pressure from
Oh,
the
that train gets
train.
that shot, but all the gems are being scattered onto the side of Attitude Boys, but they are going to be recollected back into the pocket, and 10 is to 10 is the scoreline, and the reset timer has been onto the equal point. Now we have 11 is to 10, another 15 seconds into the game. Can Walla take the game, flush it out, and make it 2-0 victory into the first mode? Gem grab, or it's going to be reset. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Can they get that pick? And the reset countdown timer is there. And Attitude Boys are now going to fall back. They only need to make sure they can just pass that timer down, and they have those 8 seconds left, those 8 crucial seconds. Walla trying to go in. Does he have his ultimate? He wants to commit in. Trash can on to the other side, and yes, That's the game. Or like, let's see. This is a very open map and very good for Trashcan because look at the shot. Manan is already brought down to half of his HP, and Rad trying to land out that pickaxe shot and getting those picks. I guess, oh Manan,
Wow.
both are going to trade off.
Yeah, that was a good trade. I expected Manan to die quite early in that one, to be honest. But Android just landing that shot on the Piper, Trashcan taking Android out. In return, you can't trade with a Piper when she is in a brush. That is just going to be brutal for your side. And Manan goes in on that Piper, is going to take a bomb to his face with the Piper super being committed. Wallah, he can get one more pick for his team, and that is going to be 6-0 with the lead being on the side of ODA Elites. Trashcan just adding to it. ODA Elites just feel a little bit more dominant in this game mode, and this seems to be working out for them. Now we are looking at the reverse sort of a draft comp from the very first game, wherein Attituder Boiz, they have a double aggro comp on the other side.
He's going to get that pick finally. That annoying Piper is going to. I thought she was about to get taken down, but Trashcan using her ultimate onto Piper, just trying to get that jump. But yes, Dab, Android standing there, getting all those gems into the pocket. That crucial pick off because he had to stay ahead. But now it's another 50-second timer onto the line. Wallah will be taken out soon enough. But again, you have 9 gems in the pocket. Android is being disturbed. But that turret took that damage coming out from Trashcan Piper shot. But on the other side, Riot trying to get his pickaxe. You need only require that one more gem. Zab is going to having that one gem. And I guess we did bet rightly onto Attituder Boiz for the first game. What do you think, like Genie versus Genie? I think the one Genie who gets the better first of his super can help his teammates a lot.
So, actually, you and I were having this conversation earlier about this specific map, wherein, not map really, but the game mode bounty. The maps that have been picked up, I mean, AoE Brawlers are obviously going to have an advantage, and Genie is going to be really good with that. But you have to be careful because you will be hitting that super blind probably unless someone actually exposes themselves like Rag just did. Moving around in the center of the map now, Wallah is quite explored. That should have given Attituder Boiz open shots on the players of ODA Elites, but they were pushed into the corner. Right now, they have an advantage of having the first star that spawns in the center of the map, so they are pushing back. This is interesting because Attituder Boiz are just going all passive, not really engaging in a team fight, just trying to juke out everything.
Oh, look at that Bo ultimate being committed at the same time, and look at that Varun. That's only one bounty gem that was spawned in the middle. Apart from that, the entire duration has been wasted out and nobody's able to land those kills. Both the Brawls are trying to get those shots, but nobody's able to capitalize for now. But I have to see like who's going to get the better half, because both of these teams we know.
Manan is in the back lines. This could be a really good engagement for the side of Attituder Boiz, but now ODA Elites deciding to be a little bit more passive. We still have 29 seconds on the clock. Can ODA Elites get this one back? They just need to get one pick to take the game mode in their favor. And now, Trashcan,
that pull coming in by the Genie, and Zab is just standing there, and Trashcan just trying to run down that clock. You have another 12 seconds. Then I guess, well, they're going to push in. They have tried to give that all the damage. He misses his lamp. He misses his super right now. And they have to get that one pick. 4 seconds onto the clock. Can they get that pick? But Trashcan will get another pick. He can guess his act properly. And let's see.
Yeah, we have to wait and watch what happens in this game mode, because this is interesting. Right now, we are in an interesting situation because this Genie pick, I guess you have to make it work, especially with the Carl being there. Because we have seen that happen, I guess it was in the winter split earlier on, wherein the Carl Genie in the same game, and the Carl got pulled off by the Genie. That just not works out unless the Carl is really low and he does not have his super. If you pull the Carl with the super, he is going to destroy you. So you have to be really careful on that Genie, who you pick. And on the other side, talking about the map itself, layer cake, 2 layers of blockades and grass before you reach the center of the plane. And the initial first bounty, once again, being picked by Attituder Boiz. They have 1 star for themselves. Similar to the way the first game started, and now Manan going in for the spin. That was a little too early.
Oh, that pull again coming out from Genie, and Trashcan just getting that clutch crucial plays. But again, Attituder Boiz having that game into their pocket. But again, Manan standing onto the other side, trying to connect those acts properly and getting a super up, but Wallah taking out Zeb. And yes, it's a tick versus tick. But again, 6-1, the last time scoreline.
That is going to be a really costly mistake from Manan. The initial spin that he tried to engage with, that was a little bit too early, and now he's going to get pulled off, because once you give the lead to your opponent for your team, there is only one option left. You have to go in, engage, and get it back. And Attituder Boiz tried that, just ended up giving a lot more kills to the side of ODA Elites. We have 10 seconds on the clock, 12-3 right now. Android finally managed to get something for his team. The advantage that they had was that they pushed ODA Elites into a corner, but that is not going to work out. 6. Now, this map is quite open, and you have to be really careful, because if the genie pulls you in with that Carl axe connecting, it's just going to be instant death for you.
I think you need to be very much worried about Trashcan Genie, because he is trying to, he always gets his magic lamp properly, and once he's having his super, but I don't see the blockade destroyer from any of these teams. But right now, Manan and Wallah, everybody's pushing in, and then you see the ultimate being committed, and what that play was. Ashkan made that pull, and Daryl just connected that shot with the super into the goalpost, and ODA Elites are going to get that game. So
I think ODA Elites, they already have half the game in their bag, with the blockade in front of the goal for the side of Attituder Boiz being destroyed. And now Manan, he is close to the goalpost. This could be intense for their side. Now ODA Elites picking up the ball again and trying to go for the push. This could be really, really easy for them. As I said earlier, the blockade in front of the goal is gone. Wallah just charges in, is going to get picked off. Now Trashcan and Rat stuck in the back. Rat is quite low. Trashcan gets one pick on Zeb. He was trying to go in for an aggressive push, but now Manan is trying to do the same. Android getting the ball from the back. Manan faces two. Face first. Wallah is going to take him out. And now the ball lying in the center of the map. It is the side of ODA Elites who are trying to go for the push. Wallah, he can score this one, but it is going to be intercepted. And the ball being recovered by Manan. He is going to throw it away. We still have 55 seconds on the clock. ODA Elites can still just waste time and take this game mode in their favor. But Attituder Boiz are not going to let them do that. Wallah is trying to end it here and now. Tries for the second goal. Is going to miss it, but this one is going to be it. The ball.
Your teams and the genie with his super, he's going to be healing around. So that's going to be a lot of heal for ODA Elites. And then this thing is going around and around, and it will be something else. Like you have to make sure there's going to be a point where the game just goes. Oh, yeah. Well, look at the damage coming out from Trashcan, and there was healing Sand finally coming in, and Manan trying to survive that out. But yes, Sandy giving that, Sand damage. But yes, whoever takes the ball, it's the ball. You have to chase the ball, guys. But Wallah, what do you say about Wallah, man? He's been the tanky one. Oh, he uses his super. I thought he could take that ball, but again, Trashcan just defending each and everything, and Wallah just goes in. He has his shield right now, the star power just kicking in, and then Trashcan gets that score taking up. So it's 1-0 right now, and another goal, or you make it to the tie, or you go to the overtime where everything gets destructed if you're onto the same score line. But Wallah getting demolished this time. This is that opportunity window where Attituder Boiz need to push around. So Sandy standing there, dropping in that ball to Manan, will be taking on to the other side. Wallah just standing there, making that charge. Trashcan standing behind, giving that cover fire. But Android will be picking out Wallah. But on the other side, Trashcan takes out Zeb. And then it's 2 for 2. Oh, they can take the ball finally. They get that scorecard.
That was an impressive goal from the side of Attituder Boiz. They thought it out perfectly after getting Wallah picked off.
Oh, we are going into overtime.
Yeah.
They both won't go for a goal for now. Okay, so the ball finally, the tick gets his.
Oh, but this could be over.
Oh.
This could be over. Manan has the ball. 1-1.
With the recent patch, and it's going to give a lot. But Android getting picked out finally, and Tara will get that pick. 112 HP, will be regenerating up. Rat onto the side. They're fighting up with Rat, and both the Carl fighting each other with the throwing away axes. The ball is still onto the middle line, and the ball has not moved an inch.
Ooh, Wallah, he should be able to get one for his team. Oh, that was a little bit off. Could have gone for Android and picked him off, but now hiding behind the boxes are going to try and heal up the side of ODA Elites. The ball has still not been touched. Wallah once again charges in, is going to pick off Manan Zeb, the only man surviving for the side of Attituder Boiz. This could be the moment ODA Elites get their first goal. Wallah just picks up the ball, just walks walks in the goal.
Well, you have. Why would you walk, man? When you have 6,000 HP onto
Yeah.
yourself, and you being the tank for your team, you just take each and everything right into the goal post. It's 1-0, and they need to get one more score into the box. But Manan onto the other side. Why would you take an 8-bit? It's very slow when you have to make it move. But Tara onto the other side. Look at, she's trying to provide that heal to her teammates, okay? So that was the star power, the Tara when she did use her ultimate. But the combo was, you use Tara super with the pickaxe and you have Zeb rotating around, and now the ball is being taken onto the very right side corner, and I think ODA Elites will be happy about it because they are already 1-0, and then you have Walla just jumping in with the Dell, and finally they manage to get that pick, but by the time they make it to their goal post, 3 seconds will be up and everybody's going to be spawning up, and that is one thing. Now Android, can he take the ball over again? He passed the ball to Walla, and I think that's a little wrong, and now they're playing catch and catch. The ball is going to and fro, but onto the other side, Manan trying to give that damage from through the long range, not able to get that much damage, and finally he uses his super. He's giving that extra 30% damage, but is he going to deal that much amount of damage with only 27 seconds left onto the line? If they are not able to score that goal, this game mode will go into the pocket of ODA Elites, and it's a good 2-1. 18 seconds left onto the clock, Varun.
Yeah, 16 seconds now. Oh, that could be unfortunate. Zeb being picked off. Manan left on a little bit of health. The advantage of having an 8-bit is going to be that super that buffs up your entire team. Rat charges in this time around. He's going to get picked off, Zeb.
Out of 9 games, he has played 9 out of 9 Daryl, if I'm not wrong. He changed one time.
Yeah, he changed one time.
So,
but this time, once again, a different style of play coming from both these teams, with the Jesse and the 8-bit coming in for the side of Attituder Boiz and ODA Elites. With the 8-bit on your side, that means you are going to go for an aggressive push. See where the super is placed. You can target the entire side of Attituder Boiz who try and come in towards you. On the other side, Jesse is just going to be a little bit more defensive, playing on the back line. Walla was driven really, really low, but he is not going to die yet. Manan respawns, and now they are trying to take him out. The save from both these teams are still sitting at 100%, but as I say that, Trashkin on that EMZ is going to drop the save of Attituder Boiz to the side of 81% now. Walla getting picked off Android, Zeb and Manan still surviving, but the healths were really low. They could have been taken out. Once again, the caster's curse kicking in. Rad is going to get one pick. Walla is going to get the other. Android has respawned, but for how long can he stay alive? Not long if Walla is there on the map. Just getting another one for his side. ODA Elites just killing off the players of Attituder Boiz one after the other as soon as they respawn. The safe has been dropped to 78% health.
Walla just making that jump in and finally getting those shots onto the highest bank again, 70 to 100%. I guess this is the opportunity window that Attituder Boiz was looking at. Finally, they managed to get that pick off onto Trashkin. Trashkin being ready, Walla being taken down by Manan, and this is the opportunity. They need to go onto the back, man. Give the damage, Android. He's not having those extra tick of poison, so he had to fall back. And finally, he knew that, invulnerability shield that you have when you spawn up. But again, 26 to 70%, the damage is being dished out onto the other side. They need to look for your bag, man. Just look at your bang. And finally, Zev gets that pick out onto Rat. Rat making that Rat gameplay and trying to get sneaky from the 8-bit, but 33 to 14%. And now this is the game that you're looking at.
Open space once again is going to allow... Daryl should be responsible for opening up the space for Rico. On the other side, the Parlays are just going to be there for the zone controls and that sort of extra supportive role. This time around, Android just taking a little bit more damage from the Rat. Rat's Barley. Manan dropping really low. He is going to be taken out, and the Barley is going to take one out. Trades
and
happening for
clear
both
opportunity window. Look, everybody is attacking. Rat throwing in those acid bottles. Trashkin trying to deal that damage, 85% to 100%. Again, Walla jumping in with his gentleman. Somebody just stop him, and nobody's there to stop it. Nobody, man. Like, everybody's jumping in. Look at Rat. He is using his acid bottle so precisely. He's getting that damage 60% to 100%. And I don't think like Attituder Boiz won't even have the chance to make a push. It's 100 to 47%, and they are getting picked off so easily. Finally, Zev gets that pick off, and they are going to reset, but the damage has already been done.
Yeah, and it's a lot of damage. Android is going to get picked off again by Walla, who charges in with his super. This could be all over for the side of Attituder Boiz. The overall score is 2-1, and right now it looks like ODA Elites, they have complete control of this game mode. The health of Attituder Boiz safe is sitting at 14% right now. On the other side, ODA Elite still at 100%. And Manan is going to get picked off again. Android in the center of the map trying to trade blows with Rat, who has a super. He should commit it. He's so close to dying. Commits it on the safe. And that is going to...